Russian Tu-160 White Swan and Tu-22 M3 Backfire strategic bombers flew over the Barents, Norwegian, and Black Seas in a rare instance of military brinkmanship through overflights with offensive military aircraft. The White Swan flight was the longest sortie, lasting 13 hours, and triggered an interception by Norwegian F-35s. The simultaneous flights of frontline strategic bombers over two military flashpoints, with long-duration sorties, are distinct from the usual flights of Tu-95 MS strategic bombers or Su-27 aircraft in Northern Europe. This follows the October 19 and October 24 encounters between North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, and Russian aircraft that saw qualitative enhancement in the type of aircraft used by both sides and the boldness of the flights to convey deterrence. Earlier, on October 19, a Su-27 intercepted an RC-135 Rivet electronic warfare (EU) aircraft and two Eurofighter Typhoons. In a rare step, the Russian Ministry of Defense, Rumad, released a video from the Su-27's cockpit showing the Typhoons peeling off. At the same time, the RC-135 maintained its direction before presumably heading back to. Then, on October 24, a Russian Air Force, RUF, Sukhoi Su-27 fighter intercepted two B-1B Lancer strategic bombers over the Baltic Sea. On the same day, another Su-27 intercepted an RQ-4B Global Hawk Intelligence Surveillance Reconnaissance (ISR) drone over the Black Sea. The Rumad said both the U.S. jets were heading towards the internationally recognized border of the Russian Federation but turned back after the Su-27s were scrambled to intercept them. Rumad also shared a video of both aircraft flying in their respective theaters. It first showed the Tu-22 M3 taking off from an unidentified airfield, with a brief shot inside the cockpit. The plane is then captured from the ground, landing at the base. This was presumably over the Black Sea. It was also escorted by a Su-3 OSM of the Russian Aerospace Forces, according to the Rumad. It is not clear where the Tu-22 M3 took off from. Reports in August said Russia relocated the Tu-22 M3 from the SOLT SY-2 airbase in the Novgorod region to the Olenia airbase on the Kola Peninsula. This was following a Ukrainian drone attack at SOLT SY-2 on August 19, where a Tu-22 was believed to have been destroyed. While the Tu-22 M3, with a range of 5,000 to 6,000 kilometers, can complete the nearly 2,500 kilometers trip from the Arctic Circle to the Black Sea, conducting a patrol would add extra miles, and it would just about have enough fuel to make it back to base. Thus, it can be assumed that the Backfire took off from a base closer to the Crimean Peninsula, near southwestern Russia. This is, however, a mere speculation owing to the lack of information on this front. But the flight of the Tu-160 over the Barents and the Norwegian seas was a rare and bold move in terms of the aircraft involved and the duration of the patrol. According to the Rumad, MiG-31 fighter jets of the Northern Fleet escorted the strategic bombers. It added that the longest sortie lasted 13 hours. Of the two, this can be assumed to be the Tu-160 patrol since the Rumad video shows the plane landing back at base only at dusk, in the low light time of the day. A video from the cockpit showed a contrail from ahead of the Tu-160 at a lower altitude. This can be assumed to be the MiG-31. The Tu-160 receives mid-air refueling from an IL-78 tanker before it returns to base. The NATO Air Command, however, while posting on X about the F-35s being scrambled to intercept the Russian bomber, counted two each of the Tu-160 bombers, the MiG-31 and the IL-78. This brings the Russian formation to 6 aircraft near NATO airspace. This is at variance with the rumored publicity material, which suggests a plane from each type. The reason behind the inconsistency is unclear. F-35 scrambled yesterday from Evenes, Norway due to Russian aircraft flying close to #NATO Allied airspace. The Norwegian 5th-gen fighters identified two Tu-160 bombers, two MiG-31 and two Il-78 Midas. The Russian aircraft returned to Russia shortly after meeting the F-35s, SIC. NATO Air Command posted on X, formerly Twitter. The Russian planes possibly took off from different bases inside Russia, hosting other formations and aviation regiments. However, the NATO Air Command post translates into the Russian formation of 6 aircraft, making it a rare and large group to fly close to the alliance's territory.